Hello students, this is our second video in relation to matter in our surroundings. Now this particular video will help you to understand the three different states of matter and their properties within. Now as we know that the three states of matter based upon physical properties are solid, liquid, and gases. Now let us start with the solid state. Now any type of solid will have a definite shape and will occupy a fixed volume. They will always possess a very hard and rigid shape due to very strong attractive forces of attraction. Now, due to very less intermolecular space between them, they do not possess the property of diffusion. Similarly, most of the solids are not compressible. Now, there are some exceptions to this. Now, normally we say that any type of solid cannot change its shape. But what about a rubber band? A rubber band can change its shape when force is applied onto it, but it will regain its shape when you release the force. That's why we will consider it as a solid. On the other hand, sugar and salt, they are also considered as solids because they are found in crystal form and they have got a definite shape and volume. Now, as we talk about sponge, sponge is a compressible solid because there are minute pores inside the sponge that will make it to undergo compression. So those air spaces, whatever is there, though it is present, it will still make the sponge act as a solid. Now coming down to the liquid state, we know that any type of liquid which is found within our surroundings, they do not have a fixed shape, but they will have a definite volume as they will take the shape of the container where it is kept. Now, the intermolecular force of attraction is a bit weaker as compared to solids. That is why they can flow very easily. Now, the intermolecular space is a bit larger as compared to solids. That is why they also show the property of diffusion. Now, as compared to solids, they are not compressible, but gases, as we know, they will be highly compressible. Now, as we discuss about one exception, why does ice floats on water though it has a higher density than water? Now, normally ice is a solid which we consider it as a solid. So obviously its density will be higher than liquid state. But during the formation of ice, inside the ice molecule, there are small air spaces present. Now those air spaces, whatever are present, they will actually reduce the density of ice. So as it reduces the density of ice, automatically the ice will keep on floating within water. Now, when we talk about a particular property called diffusion, remember Diffusion is the property by which one state of matter intermixes with another state of matter. Intermix. Intermix means they will come together and mix properly. Now, solid to solid diffusion is very rarely seen. Strongest diffusion we will be able to see when solid is put in a liquid, liquid is put in a liquid, or a gas is put into a liquid. Now, as we talk about the rate of diffusion, when you increase the temperature, the rate of diffusion will also increase. The particles are going to mix much more faster. So the basic point behind this particular assumption is that whenever we are supplying heat, the kinetic energy of the molecules are increasing. So with increase in kinetic energy, it is very much possible that the particles are moving very fast. Now, as they are moving very fast, they will get inside the space of the other molecule and they will undergo the intermixing easily. Now, let us come down to the gaseous state. Now, as we know, gases, they neither have a definite shape nor they have a definite volume, but their fluidity will be maximum because intermolecular space within gases is the highest and intermolecular force of attraction is the lowest. Now, any type of gas, they are highly compressible. That means when you apply pressure in them, they can be easily liquefied. Now, common examples are there like CNG, LPG, they all are properties of compressibility. Gases have got the lowest density, but since the intermolecular space is highest, they have got the highest kinetic energy present. They can diffuse also rapidly due to the very high kinetic energy present within them. Now, most importantly, the gases will exert pressure within a particular container wherever it is kept because the molecules are in constant motion all the time. They will strike with each other and with the sides of the container and thus will exert some kind of pressure within that particular container. Now, this particular chart will help you to understand the difference between solids, liquids, and gases based upon different properties. Now, if you just check, I have just made the columns so that it becomes easier for you to understand the difference. Now, the properties are given as in mass, shape, volume, compressibility, fluidity, rigidity, diffusion, number of surfaces, density, packing, interparticle force, expansion on heating, motion of constituent particles, and kinetic energy. So while we go through these particular topics, it will be easier for you to understand the three states of matter properly. With this, we'll wrap up with this particular part. We'll continue in the next video. Thank you and stay safe.